Good afternoon and welcome back to Marty's Tying Bench. Once again I'm putting together kits for this week's Vice Squad event. And this week I've chosen a good summertime pattern. This is a HiViz Sparkle Beetle. I like this one quite a bit. It doesn't require any foam cutters. It's pretty straightforward and forgiving. Lots of possibility for substitutions in colors and materials. And you can tie it on just about any size. It's more of a style of tying beetles that you can easily adapt. Now I'm using a straight shanked hook. This is an extra long hook, a Dairiki 730. Any straight shanked hook will do. And I'm starting my thread just for index purposes, right about where the division is going to be between the body of the beetle and the head. The first thing I'm going to do is get some craft foam, a little bit wider than the hook gap. 2mm 1/8 works. What I'm going to do is trim the end to a long stub. And the reason for that is my last tie-ins down here around the bend, I want it to be around part of that taper so that it's a little easier to tie down without making a big lump. Just a gentle stretch as I come back. And I really want to get a couple of turns down the bend of the hook. Then I can go tighter with my turns as I come forward to crush all of that down. If you get too tight, it'll break and the foam will come off. But having it down the bend a little bit means that when I fold it over, I've got a little bit of an anchor which will help keep your foam from sliding from side to side. So it's a good little trick to just wrap down the bend a bit. Now for the underbody, you can dub any kind of color, synthetic, eye stub. I'm going to use natural peacock. And 3 strands of it appears to be enough. Get that right up against the foam. And I'm just going to bring the thread right back to that starting point. As I come forward with the peacock, when I get to the thread, I'll just jump past it and keep going to the eye. When I get to the eye, I'll reverse, come back to the thread. Now I'm ready to tie off. Now I'm going to reach up and grab the hook and hold it because I want to make a couple of pretty tight turns here. And what I've done is create a little bit of a thread platform for when I fold the foam over. Something to tie against. Now I'm going to stretch this foam just a little bit and hold it in place. Make sure your thread is somewhat flattened. And just make 2 easy turns. Make sure they're right on that base. And then I'm going to reach up and squeeze the foam and pull on the thread until it's tight. That's what's going to keep your beetle from spinning from side to side. Now to keep the foam from expanding and loosening those wraps, I'm going to get a couple of anchor wraps right in front. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to proceed. I'm going to create a bigger head by doubling this over and pushing it forward to where it's just about even with the eye. Again, just a couple of easy turns. Make sure they're right in your notch. Then squeeze the foam and pull tight. It's real valuable at this point to know at what point your thread's going to break, because tight is definitely better in holding this foam down without using a whole bunch of turns. If you cut it off with your angles flat like this, you'll end up with a nice bevel top, but it's going to be under your HOTSPOT, so it doesn't matter very much. For legs, I'm going to use Krystal Flash. Today I'm using copper. Other colors work: regular pearl, ambers, rainbow. So there you go, you got one on each side. Now I'm going to take one more turn that goes behind that stub on the top, and that will help lock those rear legs in at a with a good angle. And I'm going to trim them now just for fun. Pretty symmetrical. Now for the hotspot, I'm using McFlyfoam. This is the stuff we make yarn eggs out of. Pick a color that you can see. For some people it's chartreuse, sometimes it's orange. I find it good to have a variety because as the light conditions change, the color you see the best changes. Now I'm just going to get a little bundle of that, again right in that same notch. Hold the hook tight and tighten up. Now I'm going to jump straight forward to the eye and tie a whip finish. Now I'm going to lift this yarn straight up and do one quick double check, make sure I didn't inadvertently bundle any legs in there. And just make one quick cut. And there we got a nice round HiViz ball on the top. At this point, if you want to, you can put a drop of super glue right on those wraps. That will also help this thing from spinning. HiViz Sparkle Beetle. Have fun with it.